from all around your lawn. I'm here to tell you how football is strong. We're the best.
And welcome back. And yeah, we've got a great interview coming up shortly with Daniel Gibbs, the coach of the Anarchy Roos, and we're going to have a chat to Dale. I mean, very good news this week, of course, that you'll see around the footy traps again. The president of the Geelong District Footy League, Neville Whitley, is back from his magnificent holiday over in Ireland, watching the Ascot races and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure he's got some great stories to tell. So you can get on to Neville and have a crack at him and see what happened over there. And I believe the rumours were incorrect. He did not actually get married at this stage, but we will be able to confirm that a bit later on. Now, the segment we wait for every Saturday morning, the mums love it because it's the man, the golden man, comes on the TV, talks about all the under-18 action. Dale Smith. Good morning, Dale, again.
Thank you, Dick. Yes, Thompson played East Geelong on the weekend, and Thompson kicked 7 goals, 16-58 to defeat East Geelong 1-4-10. Goal kickers for the Thompson side, Pavlovic, Gardner and Finlay Walls both all got 2. Pavlovic.
Oh, Pavlovic, thank you.
Right. Best players, Randall, Brown, Greaves and Jennings, and for East Geelong their sole goal kicker was Cameron. Better players, Forum, Watson, McDonald and Davey. Belmont Lions, they took on the Corio Devils out there, 17-13, 115 to defeat Corio, 6-10, 46. And I believe they're going to do it all again this morning, Dick, so it'll be interesting round of football again. Walsh got 8, Patterson 4, Fry and Jubba all 2, Cleal, Lovett, Thorpe and Van Meulen, they're better players. Goal kickers for the Corio side, Taylor with 3, Wright, Peters and Smith with 1. Better players there, Hum, Smith, Short and Shelley. North Geelong on top of the ladder, Dick. At least you got one side up there and running pretty well. Yeah. They kicked 20 goals, 4. Good kicking, 124 to defeat Werribee 7-6, 48. North Geelong goal kickers, Miller 4, and that takes his total to 89 now. Wright, Smith, Hope, all got 3, Podner 2. And he was also running around the seconds on the weekend. Better players there, Martinu, Wright, Phillips and Cotter. And Boyd was the main goal kicker for Werribee. Better players, Blade, Hicks, Harkness, Foster and Cations. Big grubby's young bloke.
Sure, he'd be a gun then, wouldn't he?
He would be. And at Bannockburn, they took on Winchelsea, and I've forgotten to write down the score there, but I think it was 25 goals for about 4. Goal kickers for Bannockburn, Close and Walpole, but both got 5. Dillon 4, Kenyon, Hickleton, Harrop, Gibbs and Robinson 2. And better players there, Walpole, Dillon, Cross and Close. And for the Werribee side, Shepherd kicked 3 and Kemmerman 1. They're the players there, Sawney, Kelly, Budavalis and Harrison. So basically your top 4 now reads North Geelong, Bannockburn, Inverleigh and Werribee. The top 4, rounding out the 5 is Thompson. Belmont Lions not too far away, only 4 points the difference there. And Corio, East and Winchelsea with one win for the season. So interesting season, as I said. Belmont Lions and Corio last week, and they front up again this morning, Dick, to play each other again. So it'll be interesting round of footy.
Yep, just looking at that, maybe that final 5 would appear to be settled as well, though.
Yeah, I suppose Belmont Lions can be the side that can get in. As I said, Bannockburn played Thompson this afternoon, and Belmont Lions got Corio, so they could be both level after this afternoon, depending if the results went that way.
And one would think maybe the young North Geelong spearhead may get his 100 goals on later on this morning.
Well, they're playing against Winchelsea, and I would imagine that if they leave him full forward long enough, I think they might. But someone says he wants to kick him at home, and we've got him the week after, so he better make sure he gets him this week, because he won't get any the week after. All
right, thanks very much, Dale. And Dale will be back again next Saturday morning with all the under-18 action. He's a funny man, is Dale. Don't you worry about that. Now, as we said before the break, we have a very special guest on the show this morning. He is the coach of the Anarchy Roos out there at Footrot Flats. And of course, he used to be a North Geelong champion, I can tell you that right now, and he played in the premierships at North Geelong. And just for the Anarchy people, this is confidential, just coming a bit closer to the telly, and I'll tell you something. He's got a magpie tattooed on his ankle. He has, not a kangaroo, but a magpie. I speak, of course, of the great Dan Gibbs. Morning, Gibbsy, again.
Morning, Dick. It's good to be here, mate.
Now, mate, you've more clubs than bloody Smithy. How many? I should put these more on television, didn't I? All these clubs, Anarchy, you love Anarchy, though, don't you? It's a great little community atmosphere out there, great country club and great people around the place.
Yeah, no, it is. It's virtually the same as Bannockburn, but just a little bit smaller. And there is a good bunch of kids out there, so it is enjoying at the moment. So.
When you say a bunch of kids too, it is a struggle getting juniors out to Anarchy, isn't it?
It is. It is. Yep. It's the hard thing these days. Probably a few clubs, they're missing under-18s. So, but hopefully they can build that over the years to come.
Tell us about your footy career. Now, we made a bit of a joke about it, but you started off at North Geelong. You probably started before North Geelong, did you, somewhere else? Or you played, I know you played a lot of your juniors at North Geelong.
Yeah, I started North Geelong, played all my juniors there.
Yep.
Right up to 2003 I left there, went to North Shore. and then moved on from North Shore after 2 years.
Yep.
And got an assistant coach role at Bannockburn.
Yep. How long have you been at Bannockburn now? Sorry, at Anarchy now.
At Anarchy, this is my first year at Anarchy.
First year at Anarchy. Okay,
Yes.
and you really feel. I know at Anarchy, you've taken over from a bit of a dynasty out there. Darryl Bissett basically controlled the Anarchy Footy Club as a coach for many years and had a great lot of success, particularly in the 90s. And I know Darryl's still got some influence out there too, hasn't he? Still helps you in the sideline somewhere along there?
Oh, no, not at all. He's just on the committee.
He's on the committee,
He's vice president out there, so...
Yeah. So you've been around a while, Gibbsy, and he's just about done it all. But
He has, and
a premiership would be fantastic for him.
Well, I suppose the next 2 or 3 weeks of football will really determine whether they can get a chance of doing that, because I think if they can, they got Werribee this afternoon at home, and then, as I said, coming to three-quarter time last week, I know from where I was sitting in the box, I thought the momentum had shifted a fair bit. Back to North Geelong, they played a pretty good quarter footy into the wind, but you were able to get the boys up at three-quarter time, and I know Cy Gaylard had a bit to say to them before you spoke to him as well, so they might have got a few stern words from him, but you must have obviously had a still bit of faith in the boys coming into that, that last quarter break.
Yeah, no, that's right. Obviously, you get a bit worried that they got the wind. It was a pretty big wind. It was 5 goals, and I just spoke to them. I told them I believe in them, and they're a young group of kids, and they listen, and they've done the job, and I was pretty proud of them on Saturday. It was a good win, actually. The
2 key forwards, Casella especially, I suppose all day played really well, but in that last quarter, he really needed someone to stand up through centre forward, and Pittman was really good. Like he was one grabbing, and then from my point of view, that made a real difference to your side, along with having Slug out as well. But I suppose, look, those 3 blokes are the 3 blokes in the forward line, but it was a general team effort that really held up. Steve Ricketts through back half was really good as well, so you'd be pretty impressed with the way everything's going out there at the moment.
Yeah, it is. We had a group meeting probably about 3 weeks ago after the Thompson game, which put us behind the 8 ball there a little bit, and they've all come together again. They've all played football all their lives together, and they're just regrouping now, and it's been really good. With Pitty on the weekend, he was great. He was only on one leg after the third quarter because he hurt his calf, and it was really good to see him stand up in that last quarter for the boys.
Who's the big bloke running around out there? That's somebody who usually plays in the seconds. I think he was number 44. Would that be right?
Purvis, Scotty.
Massive guy. And he just had that awesome appearance on the ground and just made the young kids probably feel a little bit taller running around too.
Oh, that's right. It brings a bit more experience.
Yeah.
Other than him, I'm the oldest in the side, and I'm 31, so we're really young out there, which is good, and that's what we believe in. And I've always believed in kids.
Yep. Well, that's good, mate.
That's the future, so.
Well, please stick around after the break and talk about all the games on this afternoon, and you're allowed to be a little bit biased when it comes to the Anarchy selection. So stick around, mate, and it's great to have you on the show. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Smithy and Gibbsy